Hey everyone, today I'm going to be sharing with you folks a clown contouring and highlighting technique or style. I definitely will say it's not going to take the place of my regular contouring. It did take way longer, but it was so much fun to design and decorate my face in such a way. I don't know how I feel about the finished product. I think it looks okay. I feel like I look really pale. I should have used more different tones of product. I feel like it's really heavy. Um, I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's, like I said, I think it's just okay. It's nothing crazy and it's not something I want to continue to do, but it was fun. It was fun to try it and to do it. I will say you might want to use a little bit brighter blush because it does get washed out when you start blending everything out. I kind of used a dark one and that was kind of like my fault, but I would just definitely suggest using a brighter blush. Another thing too is to use a lot of product. I know it's gonna feel heavy, but when you start blending it out, your beauty blender like picks up majority of the product. My beauty blender is so gross. It picks up a lot of the product, so if you want a sheer coverage, then definitely use this normal amount of product or the amount of product that I use. But you will see when I start blending things out, I will add more product just to give me a more fuller coverage and to make it look somewhat normal. I think when during the blending process, it kind of looks really weird. Like it doesn't look like this. I feel comfortable. Like I could walk out of the house if I really wanted to and look okay. But before this, it did not look okay. Like it looked like something was going on or I did something. So that's why I added more product to kind of just make it look a little bit more presentable and a little bit more normal, I guess you could say. But yeah, if you want to see how I did the clown contouring, then keep watching this video. So for the products I'll be using today, I'm going to be using the NYX concealer palettes in dark and light. And then I'm also going to be mixing in the Master Conceal in the shade 20 light. And then the Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealers in deep golden. These are a little bit more liquidy than these. These are pretty stiff, so I like mixing both to kind of just get that perfect formula. So yeah, so I'll be like mixing those together. I'm first going to be taking this salmon-y color and creating like a triangle under my eyes. We are going for a clown-like look. And we'll just hope that this comes out good. This orangey coral type of shade is best to cover up dark circles, which is why I'm placing this directly underneath my eye. And I thought I'd use this color too to give the clown look a little bit more dimension or more color besides just using one concealer shade. I'm now going to be taking this yellow shade in the light palette. This yellow shade is really just going to help brighten up underneath my eyes. I think it's going to give the clown look though very fun dimension since there's two different shades within the triangle. You normally would highlight underneath this area anyway, which is why I am doing that. And then to help brighten up my forehead area, I thought I extend the triangle over my eyelids onto my forehead, but skipping over my eyebrows because it's just weird placing concealer on my eyebrows. So just mainly going to be on my eyelids and then my forehead, and it's just going to help brighten this whole area. And then I went ahead and thickened it a little bit more to give it more coverage and more brightening. And then you just want to repeat it on the other side of the eye. Or the other eye, not the other side of the eye, the other eye. Next, I'm going to start working on my clown nose. I kind of want it a little bit round, like how a normal clown nose would be.
As I mentioned, I did want the clown nose to be a little bit rounder, which is why I made a circle on top of this part of my nose. But when you naturally contour your nose, you kind of want to make it a little bit rounder so it doesn't look just like one straight long nose. But yeah, so just go ahead and contour your nose like normal. And then I went ahead and filled it in with the Coral E concealer shade. This is going to give it like a red nose like a clown. And then I'm using the yellow shade to fill in the nose part just to give it a nice highlight. And like I said, when you contour and highlight, you naturally would highlight this area anyway. Next, I'm going to be going in and making my clown mouth. And usually the clown has really big red lips, but I cannot use red on top of my face. So I went ahead and used that coral shade. It has a little bit more pinker undertones. It's really not necessary to use pink undertones in this area of the face, but for the clown look, I felt like it looked a little bit better. And then I just went ahead and filled this area in. And then after, this coral shade isn't as brightening as the yellow, which is why I went in and outlined my mouth with the yellow shade to really just help brighten that area when I go ahead and blend everything out. I mean, the pink coral shade will definitely still brighten up your face because it is a lighter tone, but I want even more brightening in that area, which is why I went with the yellow shade to outline it. To add a little bit more design to the clown face, I went ahead and added the darker shade under my lip. When I contour my face normally, I normally contour under my lip to give my lips a little bit more zhuzh. And then I went ahead and added some darker shades to help bronze and contour my forehead. These two lines aren't very clown-like, but I didn't know what else designs to make on my forehead to really look like a clown, so I figured these would work. Then I just went ahead and thickened up the lines and then added one in the middle to help contour and bronze that area of my face as well. And then I added a light highlighted heart in the middle to just help highlight that area. And then the next part is not very clown-like, but I needed to brighten up my cheekbones a little bit more, so I added 2 lines to both sides of the triangles.
I don't think that's very clown-like, but I really need to highlight that area. Next, to get this part out of the way, I'm going to be taking the NYX cream blush in the shade Tea Rose to kind of just make circle-like designs on my cheeks. Just to make like circle-like designs like on my cheek, like how a normal clown would have. And this is kind of going to act as my blush.
Now, I'm not too sure if I mentioned this anywhere else in the video, but you might want to use a little brighter blush when doing this part. This blush gets really faded out and you cannot see it in the final result. So I highly suggest using a brighter blush. That way it doesn't get lost in all the product.
Now I have rosy cheeks.
And then I'm going to add contouring lines where I would naturally contour. Again, not very clown-like, but whatevs. It kind of gives the clown look a fun look, but also helps contour my face. And I felt that shade was a little bit too dark, so I will go in later, adding in a darker brown shade. And then again, just contouring my jawline where I would naturally contour. Then to give the clown look a funner effect, I just went ahead and highlighted my neck. I normally don't highlight my neck when I do contour. I know some people do, which is why I thought it would be okay to add this in. But I also think it looks fun in the sense of this trying to be a clown. I don't know why, but I think it does. And then when I naturally contour, I always like to highlight underneath my contour to help brighten that area and intensify my contour. And I was trying to figure out what I can do in this area. I didn't want to add lines again because I have enough lines going on in my face. So I thought, why not do triangles? I already have triangles on my eyes, so let's make more triangles. So I just went and added 2 triangles underneath my contour on both sides of my face. And in that the front triangle closer to my mouth, I'm going to go ahead and add lines to kind of outline it and just give the clown look a little bit more fun effect. And then here is the final look before I start blending.
Next, I'm going to be taking a damp beauty blender and just blending everything out. Wish me luck.
I really don't think there's any strategy to blending this whole mess out. I tried starting with just going with the lighter colors, and then I decided, wait, I don't really like just starting with the lighter colors, and so I decided to go with the darker colors first and blend that out. But then that was like taking over my whole entire face, so then I kind of just did a mixture of both throughout this whole process of blending. I kind of just did some dark, some light, some dark, some light, just to blend it together. And then I'm just using different parts of the beauty blender to do different colors. So I'm using like the pointy part of the beauty blender for the lighter shades, and then the rounder part of the beauty blender for the darker shades, and then some place on it that has no other color to blend out the blush, but the blush gets lost so you can't really see it. It was very intense blending. This is just a short clip of it. It took forever to try and blend it out. There was just a lot of product everywhere, which is a bad thing because it was harder to blend out, but I guess it was a good thing because it kind of gave me a nice fuller coverage look. And I did have to go in and pick up more product. You will see throughout the video if it gets a little bit darker, it's because I picked up more product on my beauty blender, or you'll see me placing more product with a brush just because I wanted a fuller coverage. I kind of wanted to avoid the whole foundation look. I mean, the whole foundation route of having to put foundation on top of it, because I know some people cream contour then put liquid foundation on top, but that's not what I was trying to do. I was just trying to fully cream contour, but you know me, mama needs him his coverage. So that is why I try to put as much product on as possible. But yeah, enjoy me blending and blending and blending. And then later on, I'm going to switch to a bigger mirror because this little mirror was not cutting it. I could not see my full face, so it was kind of hard blending everything out. And girl, don't be scared to blend with your fingers. It is better than your beauty blender sometimes. So get in there and get dirty.
And this is pretty much it. This is what it looks like after I set everything with a setting powder. I will say you have to set it because if you don't, you look like an oily, greasy mess. It's okay. I feel like I look really, really pasty. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Please make sure to subscribe, stick around for more videos, and until next time, bye.